Hi guys, in this video, let's talk about 5 important websites that you must know if you are learning CSS or if you are into web development. So make sure you give it a like and subscribe. So let's get started. The first website in our list is guys, haikai.app. This website will help us to create background images. So you can see guys, I have this background image. I can download this one in SVG or PNG format, or we have different options to customize. For example, I can click on this one, or I can click on this one, or I can click on this direction. And we also have different options like change the colors. I can change the color, or we can also change the shape. For example, I can increase size, or I can increase complexity, or I can decrease contrast. One cool thing about this website is that it will allow us to download images in different screens. For example, I can download that in smaller screens, or I can download that in bigger screens. Okay, and we also have this blob where it will look really good when we have this as a background, or we have this circle scatter where we'll get circles, and we can change the colors as well. For example, I can change color to something called blue, and we can make it outline or solid depending on our requirements. Yeah, this will really help you to create unique background images. So let's move on to next website. Colors are fundamental concept of web design guys. So next website in our list is colorhunt.co. This website will help you to decide the colors that you want for your website, or when you want to find out the combination of dark and light colors together. You can see we have different options like retro and neon, or we can have gold, dark, we can have cold, warm, right? And you can just click on this one, it will be copied, and you can paste it in your CSS. So you also have this new or popular. You can filter out with popular colors, month, year, all time, or you can just click on random to get random colors. Okay, this will be really helpful when you are creating a new website or web page and when you want to experiment with colors. Okay, so let's move on to next website. The next and my favorite website in our list is neomorphism.io guys. This website will help us to create soft UI. So you can see here I have this card, I have these many options to modify. You can see I can click on this one, or I can click on these things to see the different shapes and different shades. I can click on this one as well, and you can see I can directly copy the code and paste in my CSS, and we can increase the radius, or I can decrease the distance, intensity, something, and we can put whatever the content that we want inside these cards. Okay, and the reason I said this is my favorite because it also has different things like CSS buttons and CSS checkboxes, and we have toggle switches, and most importantly we have cards and CSS loaders. So let me open one by one. So first we have these buttons. So here we have so many buttons to take inspiration. You can see this is really cool. When I hover on this one, we are getting this cool animation. Now I can click on this one to get the code. You can see I got all the code here. Now you can directly copy this code and paste it in your CSS. I don't recommend doing this one because first you try to do it. If you are stuck somewhere, then you can come here and refer this code anytime. And if I go to next tab, you can see we have beautiful toggle switches. Yeah, these are really cool. Yeah, you can take inspiration from any of these things, and you can start creating by yourself. And let's move on to next one, which is cards. This is my favorite actually, and this is the place where we will find different types of cards and animations that we get when we hover on them. You can see here we have neomorphism card, and if I scroll down, this looks really good, and I can click on this one to get the code. Yeah, this will open the same page again. I can do any modifications from here, or I can just copy this code. Okay, so we also have this light and dark mode. Yeah, this looks really interesting. Yeah, I'll provide the link in description. Just explore it. For now, let's move on to next website. If you have some glowing effect on your cards, or if you have some glowing effects on your text, that will give your website more unique and attractive look. Our next website is CSS Glow Generator. So guys, as the name says, this will help us to create glowing effects on the cards. You can see we can customize the blurriness how much ever we want, or we can customize this glow range, or opacity we can increase or decrease. Okay, and directly we can copy the code from here. Okay, and not only this also has text glow generator. You can see we can customize the blurriness from here directly, and we can copy the code from here. Likewise, we have different things like box shadow generator. Yeah, here also you can decrease or increase your horizontal offset or vertical offset, and you can increase or decrease the blurriness according to your requirements. And at the end, you can copy the code from here. Okay, so, and it also has underline generator. Maybe you can explore that. So let's move on to our next website. Next website in our list is cssgradient.io. So guys, this website will help us to create different gradients. So you can see here, I can select different colors and I can customize them using this bar. And finally, I can copy the code from here. And we can also choose what kind of gradient that we want, like linear or radical. And if it is linear, we can provide we can provide the degrees that we want, and we can change the color from here. Okay, and for the same CSS gradients, we have one more website guys, that is Omasuri. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. And here also we have so many things like triangle generator, color shade generator, gradient generator. Let's click on this one. You see guys, here also we have settings like linear, radical, and we have these things. When we click on them, you can see we are getting the different shades. I can click on this one or bottom. You can see the shades are changing. And using these bars also, we can change the colors, shades. And if you scroll down, you can copy it directly from here. And we have different gradients that are already created. So for example, I can click on this one. Now I can customize this one, and I can copy the code from here, and I can use it in my CSS. Okay. And the reason I have included a separate website for gradients is because this will help us to visualize the gradient that we want, and then we can go to our CSS and then we can create that gradient in our card or as a background in our website. Okay, so this is it for the video guys. These websites will be really helpful when you are creating a new project. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.